need to come up with some new crap to sell to these stupid kids. Oh, yes, this shall do fine. They'll eat this shit right up.
I feel like I'm chosen. I'm covered in gold.
Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest. And today I'm coming to you pre-recorded from the Baranoff Hotel in lovely Juneau, Alaska. This is my first time to Alaska, and the drop list isn't that great, so I'm gonna make this video a little shorter than normal. Even though I'm traveling, I had to make sure that I get a video out to you guys. Some of you rely on me, I don't know why, but you do. And to make sure you don't miss any of the videos that I have coming out, make sure you're a subscriber. And if nothing else, just throw a like on this video. That's what I get paid in, people. Alright, folks, we are gonna get right into week 17.
Why are you running?
This week features a collaboration with another huge skateboarding brand, Antihero. Supreme and Antihero have done a few collaborations in the past, most recently just a few seasons ago. I was not a huge fan of the stuff that they made last time. I thought the decks were really cool, but all in all, the atmosphere urine stuff wasn't really doing it for me. I'm just not a huge fan of the dog humping the logo on the side. I do think this is much better than last time. At least you can tell the two collaborating companies when you look at the shirt, whereas last time it just said atmosphere urine. We did get a price list for the lookbook items from the King of All France, Mr. Drops. Nothing's really too out of bounds here, except obviously a $200 blanket and a $400 folding chair. Okay, let's jump into some of the items. I think we can go through some of them kind of fast. First off, we have the reversible basketball jersey. That's a no. Next, we have the double knee cutoff painter shorts. Another no. Here we go, the Raffia Crusher. Also gonna be a no. Here are the Supreme Antihero work pants. They kind of just look like they stole the Dickies idea and put logos on it. Not a fan. Next, we have the reverse patchwork sweatshorts. Honestly, these are kind of cool. $138 of a price point is kind of high, but I do think these are kind of neat. They're a little bit different, and so you never really know, but again, shorts really aren't the move. And the next item on the list is the Supreme Antihero work jacket. Again, kind of has that Dickies feel. I mean, the brown one still just looks like a UPS driver's outfit, except for they have the Antihero all over it. But all they really did is stamp the logo on a jacket 1,000 times, so it's not really that amazing, to be fair, and I just don't see any resell in it. And then for some reason they've decided to release 3 more bags this week, and these are all the fat tip denim bags. They'll be releasing a backpack, a waist bag, and a sling bag. If you were going to pick one of the 3, probably the sling bag would be the one that I would kind of go after, just because it's something that they don't release all the time. And quite honestly, I'm feeling the brown colorway over the other 2 because of the tonal aspect of it. It's just not as busy, and that Supreme logo really pops out on the brown. But again, they've released so many bags this year, and we just had those North Face bags released last week that had the bag and waist bag built into it. So I do believe that these are just going to be sitting on the site for a while. Next up, we have the Supreme Antihero Curbs deck. There are 2 colorways of this deck. Looks like a purple and a green. And this one does feature the iconic Antihero Eagle. I honestly like the decks from the last collaboration better as opposed to these. They had the eagles on them as well, so I'm not really feeling those as much. Next up, we have the Supreme Antihero Curbs tee. Again, it kind of feels like the tees that they made last round, like the Michael Jackson or the Ice tee. They just take an existing picture and Photoshop some stuff over the top of it. This one's more of a mess than normal. I just don't see a ton of demand for this one, so I would be sticking to personals for most of this stuff. Next up, we have the Supreme Legendary Short Sleeve Top. This is an all-cotton jersey with a raised printed logo. I thought maybe it was embroidered. Drops has the price listed at $88. It might be a little bit less. It could be as low as $68. But it is a pretty cool graphic. At $88, I don't really see any resell in it. Probably at $68, I don't really see any resell in it either. But it is a neat shirt, something different. Haven't seen that before on a Supreme item, so that in itself is kind of rare. Alright, now finally an item that I can maybe get behind, the Supreme Antihero Trucker Hat. I don't really love how they made the logo with a dog humping the O on the side of everything, but on a trucker hat, it kind of works. 3 hats, 3 good colorways. Obviously, black is always the king of resale. They haven't made a ton of great trucker hats this year, so there's potential that it could do okay. I do kind of think that the tonal aspect of the way they did the logo kind of hurts it. But at the end of the day, I would assume that these are going to be a pretty reasonable price point, around $48, so it's a pretty good entry point to this collaboration. I think it's one of the items that could potentially do well down the road. I don't see a lot of demand for any of this stuff. That being said, hats are always a decent item to pick up if you had to grab something this week. And here we go. This is is probably my personal item of the week, this reverse patchwork zip-up hooded sweatshirt, and it's one of the rare items I would say do not go for this in black. I've heard a lot of good things about that Easter colorway. I think people really are digging that, but personally, I think that brown one is a really nice pickup. If you can grab that in an XXL or an XL, I think that might be one of the few things that has the potential to do well in the future. They have this priced at $198, which is pretty damn high for a Supreme hoodie. I'm hoping that that price is actually more like $178, $188. These were made from a pattern, so it's not like they sewed everything together individually, so there is hope that it won't get too crazy expensive. But if it's a normal Supreme kind of hoodie price point, I think this is going to be the item of the week, XL, XXL. I think there's going to be less of the Easter colorway going around, but I believe that the safest one of these would be the XXL brown. Next up, we have the Supreme Antihero hooded sweatshirt. I don't really hate these that much. I do like that it has the little hit on the chest as well as the big tag on the back. Still not a huge fan of a dog humping the O on the back of my sweatshirt, but this is way better than what they were doing last season. And again, I would say going XLs, XXLs in these hoodies. They're holds for sure. And next up, we have the Supreme Antihero dog tee. Same exact graphic, front and back. I would recommend focusing on the t-shirt before I would recommend buying any hoodies. Same sizes, XXL, XL in black. But the brown one could also do decent in XXL, XL. I probably wouldn't worry about the other ones if I was trying to hold for resale down the road, and at the end of the day, these are probably just going to make really good personals. But you can never go wrong with XXL black. I mean, you just can't. So if you want to gamble, that's probably the one to do it on. And then here we go, the decks that I actually like this week, the Supreme Antihero dog deck. Now, if I need to have a dog humping the O on any item that I own, it is a deck. I like that the logo takes up the whole deck. It's just one straight shot saying superhero, dog at the end, whatever. That's all fine and good. I don't know which colorway would be the best. Actually, as far as the blue and white goes, this is my favorite item that colorway is on. And it's something a little different for a deck. The brown and yellow one look cool too. So quite honestly, all these decks I feel like are about in the same range. I still don't see a ton of resale in any of these decks unless they're extremely rare. And next up, we have a $400 folding chair. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's $400. It's a folding chair. It looks like it's made out of plexiglass and metal. It's basically a school bus jammed into a chair form. I know what you're asking me, but Fauntleroy, will they let me buy two? Yes, they will. They wouldn't let us buy two $40 metal folding chairs, but they will let you buy two of the $400 ones. Lucky you. You just never know with big accessories like this, but $400 for a folding chair seems really steep. Even though I don't think I have to say it, I'm going to say it. I would not advise you to buy these if you were thinking to flip them. And then finally, probably my second favorite item of the week, the Nylon Bandana Blanket. Heck yeah, I can get behind this, and at a price point of $88, if that's true. We've seen blankets in the hundreds, in the 200s, even higher, but I don't think you're going to be making a ton of money on this. Blankets usually aren't the best move from Supreme. I think this is a great usable blanket. You can take it out to the park, have a picnic in it, wrap up a body. I don't know, whatever you do with blankets. Red is obviously the more iconic Supreme color, but I do dig the purple. You know, I'm in LA. They've been pushing that bandana print all season long, but I do think people have been waiting for this since it was a lookbook item. As I'm editing this, they also added 3 more items to the list. One is this fat tip jacquard denim AirPod case for $38. I am not sure who needs an AirPod case. And then we also have 2 hats coming out, the Zip Pocket Crusher and the Zip Pocket Camp Cap. Neither are anything special. Well, there you go, folks. It kind of is a dumpster fire of a week. If you were going to gamble on any of the Antihero stuff, like maybe the dog tee, the decks, or the hats. Everything else would be a gamble. Hell, even those are kind of gambles, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to be able to do a live cop this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to have internet connection on Thursday. I may replace that with a video of me going around Juneau today if I'm not able to live cop. But good luck to everyone who is going to be going for stuff on Thursday. And if this video didn't quite give you that Fauntleroy fix that you need every single day, then you should check out these videos right here.
Bitch, don't get too comfortable.